This is RTV6 News at 11, working for you.
I mean, I was relieved that the traffic was open again, but not at the risk of, somebody having an accident.
New at 11, a woman reaches out to RTV6 after noticing a scary situation on the highway, and it's something you might have noticed on I-465 as well.
On the east side, some drivers are having a hard time finding their lane, putting everyone in danger.
RTV6's Graham Hunter found out what's going on and prompted the Department of Transportation to make some changes.
I mean, it's an accident waiting to happen.
Anita Hall first noticed the problem this week.
I was driving, I'm back between Fishers and the east side quite a bit, and the first night I saw it, it was a little comical.
She's talking about a stretch of southbound 465 between the 69 split and 56th Street that covers about 3 miles. She says the lane markings were off.
Some were straight, and then some would be jutted to the left, and some would be jutted to the right.
So we went down to check it out.
Thank you for taking the ride yourself and seeing it with your own eyes.
I reached out to INDOT to find out what's going on. A spokeswoman says those markings are actually stickers that make up temporary lane lines during construction.
I've never seen anything like that before.
They're put in by contractors.
There was no rhyme or reason.
The standard for permanent lane markings is 30 feet of separation between each line, but for temporary lane markers, the distance can be up to 50 feet.
Wow, so every 50 feet?
Yep.
Versus every 30 feet.
Correct.
That's huge.
A project manager for INDOT will check the stretch Tuesday to see if extra markers is necessary.
That in itself was probably what was kind of like messing with my head.
The road is scheduled for painting of permanent lines later this week, but rain could get in the way.
I think anytime they can eliminate confusion, we're eliminating accidents.
An INDOT spokeswoman says as construction in that area is ongoing, they will be asking contractors to place the temporary lines every 30 feet instead of every 50 feet moving forward.
You don't realize how you get to it until you see something different.
Reporting from the east side, Graham Hunter, RTV6.
Now, if you have a problem and need help getting results, contact us at workingforyou@rtv6.com.
We're in the Storm Team 6 Tracking Center with meteorologist Kevin Gregory, and it has been constant rain, and our forecast is probably calling for more.
Yes, and so that's why now when it's quiet, you just kind of take these hours where we're rain-free, generally speaking, and enjoy them. We've had 4 1/4 inches of rain since Saturday. That's in Indianapolis. There are some of you in Jackson and Lawrence counties that have had that much today, north of Bedford and north of Seymour. Talk about the overnight hours, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Most of us will stay dry. The risk for severe weather is very low. We'll see patchy fog develop. There's a flash flood warning. That includes portions of Columbus to Greensburg for heavy rainfall. That until 1 o'clock in the morning. That's from earlier heavy rainfall. I'll turn this off to likely another flood advisory or warning. This continues until we get to the early morning hours tomorrow from Bloomington to Bedford and Seymour on south. As far as our rain right now, you see what's missing. We've had some showers in the metro area, these fading away, and that's why we'll be quiet overnight. I do think in the morning we'll see showers and thunderstorms starting to return. Terre Haute, Bloomington to Seymour by 7 a.m. We'll finish that timeline and show you a dry day or two in the 7-day coming up.
Now to the aftermath of all the rain, storms, and tornadoes.
Some people are questioning safety while others brace for more flooding. And with more rain in the forecast, people who live in a neighborhood on the east side of Indianapolis are concerned their homes will flood again. Ben Wenke says his basement flooded in less than 30 minutes over the weekend. Now, more than 24 hours later, dehumidifiers are still working around the clock. Several homeowners say the problem is that their floor drains are connected directly to the city's sewer system. So when the streets flood, their basements flood.
I don't feel like as a homeowner I should have to worry about stormwater coming up through my drains, especially with all the precautions I've personally taken to make sure water doesn't come in through my walls.
RTV6 looked into the issue and found Citizens Energy is responsible. A sewer maintenance official investigated and determined the sewers were overfilled and could not keep up this weekend. But the drains performed, quote, as expected. Citizens Energy says to avoid backups like this, talk to a plumber about installing a backwater valve to prevent water from getting in your home. And if this ever happens to you, you can call Citizens Energy call center to investigate. The number is 317-924-3333. 2311.
Brown County State Park and Abe Martin Lodge will be closed tomorrow. The Department of Natural Resources says the supply of usable water is low because of all the rain. The status of the attractions beyond tomorrow will be decided day to day.
And we are working to get answers about tornado warning sirens that did not go off until nearly 40 minutes after the first of 2 tornadoes blew through Beech Grove Saturday evening. An EF1 tornado ripped through an apartment building, Beech Grove High School, and a steel warehouse.
Then the sirens go off, telling us to get to safety. And we all joked about it and laughed about it, like, oh, thanks for the warning. And realistically, if it had been a worse tornado, then people could have gotten really hurt because there was no siren.
Call 6 Investigates learned Marion County sirens are managed and operated by IMPD's Homeland Security Bureau. They use 4 computers across the county to set off the sirens. IMPD says the computer at Marion County's Emergency Operations Center is usually the one that controls the sirens, but because the center does not operate 24 hours a day, it was under the control of the Marion County Sheriff's Office dispatch when the tornadoes hit. We reached out to Marion County for a response. We will let you know when we hear back. And for much more coverage of the tornado aftermath, including reaction and pictures, download the RTV6 app. You can also use the app for everything you need to know about the forecast.
Tomorrow, Indianapolis Public Schools will take a big step forward in the search for a new superintendent. Candidates will be interviewed at John Morton Finney Center for Educational Services. That's at 120 East Walnut Street. The interviews start at 5 o'clock and they are open to the public. There are 3 candidates. Alicia Johnson, who is currently serving as the district's interim superintendent. She has 6 years of classroom teaching experience. Devin Horton currently is the chief of schools for Jefferson County Schools in Louisville. He has 5 years of teaching experience. And Larry Young Jr., he's the assistant superintendent of elementary education in Pike Township in Indianapolis. He has 7 years of classroom experience.
And you can help shape the future of Castleton. Early plans are underway to revitalize the area on the northeast side of Indianapolis. And the city wants to know what you think. A meeting to get your ideas will be held at 5:30 tomorrow at Heritage Christian High School on 75th Street. The second meeting is set for 7 o'clock Thursday evening on East 91st Street Christian Church. And the city is analyzing Castleton's retail and market conditions, traffic, recreational opportunities, infrastructure needs, and more. If you cannot attend either meeting, you can fill out a survey online. You can find a link by searching this story in the RTV6 app. A business owner in the Meridian Kessler neighborhood is looking for a new place to set up shop as his current landlord phases him out. We have been following the situation for months. Circle K wants to get rid of Tytar's auto repair business and turn it into a convenience store. The shop at 49th and Pennsylvania has been serving the neighborhood for more than 40 years. At a public meeting today, Tar and others spoke against the new plan.
Well, the support's great. I'm encouraged by the turnout. I hope it makes some kind of difference, or we'll see.
It's displacing a good, successful business and someone who's been a good neighbor in the neighborhood and been positive for the neighborhood. And I think it would be a negative.
Many neighbors are concerned about a convenience store leading to increased traffic or crime. Tar's lease expires at the end of August.
A new $3 million police headquarters is scheduled to open next year in Whitestown. The facility broke ground today. The building will be on 6 acres of land at Veterans Drive, where the Whitestown Municipal Complex is located. Right now, the police department operates out of a small wing inside the municipal complex. Chief Public Safety Officer Dennis Anderson says the new facility is desperately needed as the town and department grows.
We are bursting at the seams, currently working out of 5 small office spaces within the municipal complex. My team just continues to grow. Our calls for service grow every year, and the time had come to move us into a facility of our own.
The building includes space for a detective division, a computer forensic lab, a training room and fitness facilities, a holding cell, and a traffic court.
There's a new traffic restriction related to an ongoing project in a very busy part of Indianapolis. You can no longer turn left from Keystone Avenue to 96th Street. The goal is to help ease backups. Kerry Knight works in the area. He says the new restriction works.
It's actually, I didn't think this would be the case. It's actually faster now that that light's gone, so it's actually gotten a little bit better for now. So hopefully that continues.
Crews have been working to turn 96 and Keystone into a lifted roundabout for about a year. The project is expected to wrap up in November.
Hiring Hoosiers who love Indy. Why that's a priority for a luxury Indianapolis hotel and the benefits the company offers in return.
My daughter is terrified to this day of the police. Wet the bed, she wakes up in the middle of the night crying.
An Arizona couple wants police held accountable after their family is held at gunpoint and screamed at by officers. You're watching RTV6 News at 11.
This is RTV6 News at 11, working for you.
When I tell you to do something, you do it. I can't put my hands on that.
An Arizona family is demanding the firing of police officers after this confrontation caught on video. It shows the officers shouting obscenities while pointing guns at the family and threatening to shoot them while responding to a shoplifting report. ABC's Andrea Fujii has more on the allegations and the aftermath.
An Arizona family says with the officers involved now on desk duty, they want them held accountable.
The officers are still working. It's just basically a slap in the face.
They've filed a notice of intent to sue the city of Phoenix for $10 million, alleging police officers used excessive force. The family claiming an officer threw Aisha Harper, 6 months pregnant, into a police cruiser.
It shouldn't have happened over a baby doll.
22-year-old Drayvon Ames and his partner, Aisha Harper, a pregnant mother of 2, were stopped by police responding to a shoplifting call. The couple's 4-year-old daughter took a doll from a nearby dollar store without paying. Ames is seen being pulled from the car and kicked.
When I tell you to do something, you do it.
One officer points his gun and threatens Harper, who's inside the car holding her baby.
I can't put my hands on that.
In their report, the officers say they feared she was hiding something or reaching for a weapon, writing that the couple refused commands. The report also says police believe the couple had shoplifted. The Phoenix police chief apologizing, but saying the public doesn't know everything.
As the vehicle is fleeing, the car stops. We arrest one lady who's charged with warrants later. The car flees again.
The mother then hands her children off to a stranger before being handcuffed. The videos taken by eyewitnesses. The Phoenix mayor also apologized, but the family says that's not enough.
This feels like it's a half apology.
Harper also claims the family didn't hear sirens before police stopped their car. Now, there is a community meeting on Tuesday night with city leaders and the police chief, and the family says they expect to attend. In the meantime, the officers' actions are being investigated. In New York, Andrea Fujii, ABC News.
Authorities say there is no police video of an alleged confrontation that led to an officer shooting and killing a black man in South Bend. The St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Office says Eric Logan was killed Sunday after someone called police to report a person going through cars. Police say Logan got out of a car in a parking lot and approached the officer with a knife, and that's when the officer opened fire. The prosecutor says the officer's dash and body cameras were not activated because he was driving slowly without his emergency lights while looking for the suspect.
As of tonight, community organizers say the far east side of Indianapolis has gone 1 year without a homicide. The 10-Point Coalition and Indiana Attorney General's office called the milestone a day of progress. Indianapolis and Lawrence leaders are praising 10-Point for the group's work to fight violence. Members say 10-Point gives people hope.
We've stepped up. The brothers and sisters that are in these vests, we have stepped up to the plate to feed our own communities.
That's right.
And to help our people in these communities, because we give them hope.
Last summer, the 10-Point Coalition expanded its reach thanks to a $50,000 grant from the Indiana Attorney General's office.
Now to Hiring Hoosiers, our initiative to connect you to job opportunities, education, training, and more. And we start with the U.S. Postal Service. The agency is filling positions in central Indiana. You can learn more at a job fair at the Columbus Post Office on Jackson Street. It goes from 9 to 2 on June 29th. For more information about working for the Postal Service, including starting salaries and requirements, go to hiringhoosiers.com. Ivy Tech and the University of Indianapolis say a new partnership between the two will make it easier for students to earn a bachelor's degree. The deal is a credit transfer agreement that will allow Ivy Tech students to move seamlessly from the Associate of Science and Business Administration curriculum to UIndy's Bachelor of Science and Business Administration Accelerated Adult Program. Ivy Tech leaders say they hope to make more agreements in the future. Now to a company that offers some unique perks, and that is Hilton Hotels.
The Conrad Conrad in downtown Indianapolis is part of the Hilton family. The hotel chain offers benefits like retirement planning, tuition reimbursement, school debt assistance, paid maternity and parental leave, and also benefits that are more specialized to the hotel industry, like complimentary meals and travel rewards. The Conrad prides itself on hiring Hoosiers. They want to represent the Circle City.
We're very, very passionate about being ambassadors for Indianapolis. And so when we hire new team members, you can always see the spark. People who just really love Indy and want to represent it to travelers and guests at the hotel.
Hilton Hotels also offers special benefits for military members. To learn more about job opportunities with the company, go to hiringhoosiers.com and click on this story.
Your dog knows how to tug at your heartstrings. You already know that, but now there's scientific evidence. According to a new study, evolution may be behind puppy dog eyes. Researchers say a specific muscle causes dogs' inner eyebrow to raise, which makes their eyes appear bigger and more infant-like. Scientists believe dogs do it specifically to get a reaction out of humans.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
They say canines adapted the expression as they became domesticated more than 33,000 years ago.
Fall
so
for
there
it.
you go.
Every time.
It does bring action right away to a treat box, right?
They look at you.
Snuggles.
All right, this is a treat. It's not pouring, and that's a victory, and it's important, too, because of the amount of rain. I'll show you some of the stunning rainfall amounts over the last 48 hours. Tomorrow, 40% chance of thunderstorms. Let's flip that and tell you there's a 60% chance you won't have rain at your house. What happens, though, with this supercharged humidity, it pours when it does rain. Most likely time late Wednesday into Wednesday night. A few of those storms could be strong to severe. Rain chances diminish the end of the week. Friday looks to be a decent day. I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to let this model run from now all the way through Thursday evening and just watch how the waves come and go, impacting especially the southern portion of the state. There we are Wednesday, and then on Thursday we begin to see a little more widespread thunderstorm chances again. This is a great tool. Storm Shield app. If you lose power at home, you'll get warnings. It works just like a weather radio for your phone, and it is free. And it has weather radar that you can control and see how the storms are moving in comparison to where you live. Tonight, it's far more active south of the Ohio River into southern portions of Ohio. The boundary, the spark for the thunderstorms is down to the south for now. It'll eventually drift back to the north. For us, I think we'll have some showers and thunderstorms returning in the morning. Right now, they're fading away, starting to move out of the Hoosier State. These are rainfall estimates for the last 48 hours. As you look at from Bedford to Seymour, just north of US 50, anywhere from 6 to over 7 inches of rain. South of Columbus, you get to 6 to 7 as you get along I-65 into Jackson County. 1 o'clock in the morning. As we go overnight, we're quiet. By 7 a.m., southern third of the state beginning to see showers and thunderstorms as those that are along the Ohio River now creep north. Then tomorrow afternoon, pop-up showers, thunderstorms again, any one of which will have heavy rain. The greater concentration will remain in the southern portion of the state. Temperatures, they'll be right at 80 degrees once again. Right now, we're not in a severe risk area. The marginal or low risk, southern Kentucky, and then a more substantial risk out in the Central Plains. Temperatures tomorrow, about the same as today. Just depends on the timing of these showers and thunderstorms. We won't really shake the cloud cover no matter what. Temperatures right about average for this time of the year at 80. Later in the day Wednesday, that's when our thunderstorm chances go up again. We'll see if the pieces of the puzzle come together for more widespread rain and a severe threat. Keep our eye on that. That's Wednesday. By Friday, rain chances are minimal. Into the weekend, we go warmest day over the weekend, 86. Saturday, that's a sticky, humid day. Chance for thunderstorms is there Saturday, Sunday, and on Monday.
Don't you love hearing that? Sticky, humid day. It makes me look forward to it, right?
It's still going on. Well, a little bit. They're still playing right now at Victory Field. But baseball state finals certainly worth the wait, especially if you're a university high school. What turned out to be the medal round tonight, especially with their ace pitcher. We'll tell you his story next.
Only get yours at Zaxby's.
Welcome back to you. Good evening. No better way to wrap up the high school sports season than with the baseball state finals shifted to Monday and Tuesday this year. A change that, quite frankly, might be part of the norm going forward. The 1A title game for University at Washington Township. Rain delayed it about 30 minutes, then a lightning delay compounded it, but all eyes on University senior Reese Sharp, the transfer from Noblesville, making noise early. This is the first inning. This howitzer to left off the wall, 1-run scores, an RBI triple, part of a 3-run first inning. Sharp then settling down and in on the mound. Take a look at the final out. Got away from the catcher, still got him at first. Sharp with the finals record 17 strikeouts. University wins at 4-1. What a win for the program, and Sharp was one of the stories. Brad Brown with the Sports Extra Spotlight.
The University boys had waited a year for this moment, and tonight was their night. Senior pitcher Reese Sharp had waited as well. Watching from the sidelines all season made it all the more sweet.
Feels great, you know. I worked hard. This whole team works hard. I love this team. They're great. They deserve it.
Sharp wasn't quite sharp the entire game. He worked out of a bases-loaded jam in the first, a couple tricky innings later. But ultimately, his stuff overwhelmed Washington Township. You come in the 6th inning at 100 pitches and found another gear at the end. Where did that come from?
I think it's just all the training I've been working on with throwing bullpens, high pitch count bullpens. You get in there and you get in about 80, 90 pitch bullpens, and those last couple pitches you got to dial in and focus. It's all focus.
A 3-run first inning set the tone for UHS. Just 2 pitches in, they already had 1 on the board.
We knew they had a bunch of different pitchers that were all pretty solid, so we had to jump on them early.
How was it to come back this year with these guys and accomplish this?
It means a lot. Last year I wanted to do it for the seniors last year. A lot of them they're here now, so it feels really good.
You work so hard to try to get here, and then you lose, and now when you come back, they had a lot of unfinished business, as we just heard, and it was pretty remarkable. They had a great year.
We've been working so hard, and part of it's because we've grown so close over the last years that we're really just doing it for each other. We love all of us, we love each other.
University will move to Class 2A for baseball next year with their success, but consider this, 5 of their 9 starters tonight are underclassmen, and the 3 starting pitchers behind Reese Sharp in their starting rotation, they're only sophomores. There could be more to come for University's baseball program. At Victory Field, Brad Brown, RTV6 Sports.
Brad, thanks. Late start in the 4A game, 3rd-ranked Columbus East, Hamilton Southeastern, bottom of the 3rd here. Hamilton Southeastern, Jack DeWolf, the shot to right. It's an RBI single. Still playing this game in the top of the 4th. Royals up 2-1. Well, their playoff run essentially ended early, but that hasn't stopped the Pacers from going through the offseason. That continued today. The team's 9th and final pre-draft workout. Draft comes up Thursday. You can see it over on our friends at ESPN beginning at 7:30. The Pacers have the 18th pick in the first round. Hey, finally tonight, first and foremost, the Colts' Tyquan Lewis. Today, the second-year pro is at American Village, reading to people living with Alzheimer's and other dementias. It's a cause near and dear to his heart. His mom was a social worker at a nursing facility. His grandmother battled Alzheimer's, the former Ohio State star following his heart.
I just have a big heart, especially when it comes to elderly people, because I was living with my great-grandmother for such a long time, and seeing her in the nursing facility and being with her and being around her friends, and it just always played a huge role in my life, because I learned so much through them and how to treat people.
Lewis sticking around to sign some autographs, had 2 sacks in the 8 games he played last year, but making a much bigger impact today. Well done. The news at 11 continues after this.
It's caller at 6 a.m. for your chance to win.
Trust me, that's a view of Victory Field tonight, where they're still playing, right?
Really? I believe you. They're still playing. What's the score?
Well,
Can we see the scoreboard?
The bases are loaded, it looks like to me. The rain is down along the Ohio River now. It will drift back north, 7 to 10 a.m. Showers, thunderstorms, Terre Haute to Bloomington and Greensburg south.
All right, we'll watch for those. And that does it for us here on RTV6 News at 11.
Thanks for making RTV6 your choice for news. GMI starts at 4:30. Good night.